Hey everyone and welcome to Method's Elarion guide for Fellowship. I sank many hours into the closed tests and betas just so I could teach you everything you need to know to succeed without stress or frustration, so let's dive right in. On screen right now you'll see a quick cheat sheet. I'll be going through everything more in depth throughout the rest of the video, but here's your no fluff guide. Everything is subject to change, however if you want a quick pick up and play without thinking, well here it is. Elarion is a ranged DPS who focuses on dealing large amounts of long range damage. If you like unleashing an array of powerful shots while on the move, then Elarion is the hero for you. He revolves around a builder-spender rotation with focus as his resource. Focus is displayed as a bar below your character and you'll want to use this to cast his array of abilities. Although focus is your primary resource, managing your cooldowns effectively is key as Elarion is heavily cooldown oriented. Your rotation differs only slightly between single target and AoE since most of our big single target abilities also cleave. Simply make sure you're always hitting the most important enemies since priority damage is your specialty. As Elarion, our playstyle revolves around the talents we pick. With different builds your rotational priority shifts around, but early on we'll be focusing on a high wind arrow build as it has the best all round power initially. The other talents get better over time as you acquire more gear and more stats to synergize with them, but initially they can be underwhelming and we still want to do damage in the early game. As you unlock points throughout your journey, different nodes require different investment, which means our options can be quite free flowing. But I've gone ahead and outlined what I believe to be the best Elarion build you can have at every stage. So your talent timeline will look like this. Your first 2 points will go into Final Crescendo, third goes into Skyward Munitions, and so on. On screen you'll have a stage by stage breakdown highlighting all of the talents chosen, so just follow along and you'll be fine. The build does shift around, so keep an eye on where points are being allocated and feel free to pause the video at any moment to double check things. There is also a talent point counter at the top to help you keep track of how many points are being used at each stage. But of course, you're free to mix and match and try different things out, just have fun with it. As Elarion, your goal is essentially aiming to get everything on cooldown while maintaining your rotational priority. Early on this will look something like this for single target. First you'll want to Skystrider's Grace, then you'll ult if you have it, and Skystrider's Supremacy before applying your Lunar Light Mark and Starfall volleying. After that your priority is simply High Wind Arrow, then Celestial Shot, followed by Heartseeker Barrage, and lastly Empowered Multi-Shot and Focused Shot. On AoE the only thing that changes is Empowered Multi-Shot moving up in priority over High Wind Arrow. This all slightly changes later on once we've swapped to a barrage focused build and away from the High Wind Arrow talents. Simply swap High Wind Arrow and Heartseeker Barrage and that's that. Your ultimate ability essentially allows us to Starfall volley more often. It makes it so High Wind Arrow reduces the cooldown of Barrage and every hit from Barrage reduces the cooldown of Volley. This is more powerful on AoE than it is single target and you'll want to avoid missing uses of this over the course of a dungeon. Outside of your damaging abilities, you do have a few extra buttons. These are Ranger's Resilience, your personal defensive, and Grappling Arrow, which is a large AoE mass grip within a targeted area. It's extremely useful for grouping stubborn mobs or can be used as an AoE stop for casters. The stat priority for Elarion is this. Eye level is king, followed by haste, then expertise, then crit, and lastly spirit. For gems, Topaz is really good. Initially simply use any gems you have available, but with how gem power works I typically recommend putting all of your eggs into one basket later on. When it comes to legendaries, Elarion has one that is a clear winner. The Master Astronomer's Sabatons increases the duration of your Starfall volley, and while it's active its duration gets extended each time you cast multi-shot. It massively increases your AoE damage in combination with Skystrider's Supremacy and makes volley even better. For weapons there are a couple of solid options, but your best in slot is going to be Asher's Chrono Shift. This weapon provides a massive CDR boost to everything. It allows you to spend more time inside your cooldowns, more time with Starfall volley active, and just more damage with Barrage. It's an all-round insane weapon. Relics are mostly just personal preference or group dependent since they are all utility focused. The only lock-in I'd say is Sin Binding Stone. It provides 15% damage reduction to yourself and allies for 15 seconds on a 3-minute cooldown. It's insanely valuable, particularly on some of the harder bosses in the game. Your second option mostly comes down to whatever you value, have available, or simply prefer. Feel free to test things out and see what you like. And there we have it, this was Method's Elarion guide. Thank you all for watching. If you found this useful, be sure to like and subscribe, and be sure to let us know your thoughts on Fellowship in the comments below. Much love friends, see ya.